video is for educational purposes only. Uploading it in any social media platform is not allowed.
Our topic for this week is all about elements and compounds. Let us have our lesson objectives first. So, at the end of the lesson, you should be able to recognize that substances are classified into elements and compounds, and discuss the importance of elements and compounds in our daily living. So, here we go! Last week, we discussed about pure substances and mixtures, right? So, who among you here can differentiate pure substance and mixtures? Okay, when we say pure substance, dili na to siya ma-separate in any physical means. While mixtures, pwede na to siya ma-separate, diba? We discussed the different ways on how to separate mixed substance, diba? And mixtures have two types, the homogeneous and heterogeneous. So, we all know that elements and compounds belong to pure substance. This time, we are going to talk about elements. How among you here are familiar with periodic table? Periodic table of the elements. Raise your hand. Okay, very good. So when we say elements, these are simplified form of matter which cannot be decomposed by ordinary chemical means. So dili na to siya basta-basta mabungkag because it only contains of one kind of atom. Diba? Kanang sa periodic table class, there are 118 known elements. So, basig ka mo pa makadiscover sa wala pa na known nga element. Okay, I'm very excited for that. And out of 118 known elements, there are 92 elements occur naturally on Earth. Makita gina to sa Earth, dara na to siya makuha. And 118 minus 92, pila? Mathematician, come on! 118 minus 92 equals 26. So, 26 elements are made in the laboratory. So, ang mga scientist ang gabuhat ana. We all know that elements are composed of metals, non-metals, and metalloids. So, metals has a composition of lustrous or shiny, di ba? Sinaw ang mga metals. Ang gold, sinaw. Makita na to, gold, silver. Next is malleable. But pasabot, pwede na to siya i-flatten, nga manipis, nga dili siya mabungkag. For example, aluminum sheet. Diba? Next is ductile. Ductile, pwede na to siya ma-form into wires. For example, copper. Himo siya og wire. Next is conductive. Pwede siya, makakonduct siya og electricity. Dira mo travel ang energy para mag-flight atong mga suga. Okay, as you can see here in our periodic table of elements, look at here. Our elements are arranged in order of increasing their atomic number across. So, kani mga number cross, naka-arrange na ni siya according to their atomic number. So, tanawa gani. Number 1 nato is hydrogen. Number 2, helium. Number 3, lithium. Number 4, beryllium. Number 5, boron. 6, carbon. 7, nitrogen. 8, oxygen. 9, fluorine. And 10, neon. And so on. So, they are arranged increasingly according to their atomic numbers. And as you can see, it is in color coding. Kay kaning sky blue class, these are transition metals. Kaning dark blue, mo ni siya mga non-metals. Okay? Kanida yung dark yellow, noble gases. Kanida yun is halogen. So, naka-arrange na sila. Okay? Next, look at here. These are the elements that can be found in our environment, in the Earth's crust, in the Earth's water, and in the Earth's atmosphere. So look at here in the chart. What have you observed? So in the Earth's crust, ang pinakadako is ang oxygen, 40%. In the water, oxygen gyapon, 85%. And in the atmosphere, na ay 78% nga nitrogen. Pero naapoy, oxygen niya 21%. So, as you can see, class, nga, pinakadako is oxygen. So, iubot pa sa but, importante kayo ang oxygen sa atua. Ang lang siya para mabuhi ta. So, ang oxygen, ginakombine na siya sa atong food para ma-process ug ma-release ang energy sa atong body sa atong ginapang buhat. Ang oxygen pod class, pwede pa siya may use for fuels to burn. Kay kung dili ma-burn ang fuel, so useless. Dili mo dagan ang sakyanan. So, kinahanglan og oxygen para magamit ang fuel. Next is ang oxygen pod class. Kay kung daghan og oxygen, day nay sunog, kato nga part nga daghan og oxygen, mas makusog ang sunog. So, in order for us to stop the fire, kanat dara nga sunog, kinahanglan nga i-reduce ang oxygen para ma-stop ang fire. So, kung walay oxygen class, ang mga dead bodies, mga dead animals, dili siya ma-decompose. So, mag-remain na gyapon siya dala nga kompleto bisag 100 years na nga patay nga ilaga. Because, walay oxygen nga mag-decompose sa iya, ha? So, ingana ka-importante ang oxygen. Another chart, elements in the human body. Ang pinakadaghan gyapon is oxygen, kay dili man ta mabuhi kung walay oxygen. Next is carbon, hydrogen, calcium, phosphorus, and other elements. Okay? Next is some elements and their symbol. Adi, makita dato nga ang hydrogen ang iyang symbol kay H. Pero nganong ang gold ang iyang symbol kay AU nga dapat G, di ba? Kay gold. So, kung ano siya class from the Latin name. Ang Latin name sa gold is aurum. Mo na siyang AU ang iyang symbol. Sa copper is Cu, dapat Co, di ba? So, Cu siya kay from the Latin name copperum. Iron, Fe, ferrum. Potassium, K, kay calcium. Silver is AJ kay argento. So, kung lahi ilahang mga symbol, na-derive na siya sa ilahang Latin name. So, let's talk about compounds. What is compounds? When we say compounds, it is a substance formed when two or more elements are chemically bonded together. Okay? So, giband na to ang duha ka elements. For example, class, we have oxygen. So, ang atomic number sa oxygen is number 6. So, in our octet rule, naman siya yung rule nga dapat 8 ang atomic number. So, nag-add ta og 2 hydrogen. Okay, so 2 hydrogen plus oxygen is equal to H2O. So, unsa man ang H2O? That is water. So, naka-form ta og water. So, water is a pure substance. Why? Dili man nato ma-separate ang two elements nga gi-combine. Mo na siyang pure substance siya. So, look at here. Two elements chemically bonded together, so mahimo silang compounds. We have here the example of compound class. We have the NaCl. Ano sabi ng NaCl? Look at in your periodic table. So, ang Na is a sodium and chlorine. So, when they are bonded together, it will become sodium chloride. At ang table sugar, they are pure substance gyapon. Ba, na-combine ng mga elements. So, we have C12 carbon, hydrogen 22, oxygen 11. So, C12H22O11 is a sucrose. Next is vinegar. Vinegar is also a pure substance. Yung chemical name is acetic acid. Ang sand, silicon dioxide. Okay? So, these are the examples of compounds. So, there are a lot of compounds in class. Now, let's talk elements and compounds that are used in our daily life. So, nakita naman ninyo ganina ang elements o ang compounds nga may example. So, kinahanglan ka ito nato, class. So, we have here oxygen. Oxygen is for breathing. Diba? Dili ta mabuhi kung walay oxygen. And also for decomposition of dead bodies. Next is carbon. Para unsa man ning carbon class? Okay, graphite kinang lead sa inyong pencils. So for you students, very important. Ang coal, uling, para unsa man na siya class? Diamond, very expensive for jewelry. Next is calcium for our bones and teeth. Iodine, healthy thyroid gland para dili ta magka-greater. Ang iron para sa construction, mga buildings. Next is sodium chloride or also known as salt. So, compounds na niya siya class. So, kinahanglan kayo na to ang asin, di ba? Calcium carbonate, ang limestone, para very important. Paano siyang ginagamit na to class? So, it's Activity time! What you are going to do in a one whole sheet of paper, you are going to write 5 elements and its function that are needed by our body. So, maglist mo og 5 ka elements nga kinahanglan sa atong body. Og also, you are going to state their functions. Okay, for example, here we have manganese. It helps make and activate weak bones. So, para na siya sa atong bones. So, ingana yung buhaton ha, 5 ka buok. Another activity, you are going to determine if the examples below are elements or compounds. So, imong i-identify kung element man siya or compound. So, you are going to write elements or compounds. Okay, so you are going to pass it on October 25, 2021, Monday. So, thank you and God bless.